Scorpio, welcome to your August 2023 weekly reading here. It's going to be your reading from August 8th until the 14th. So, yes, I know it's a little bit past a Monday, right? The time frame, but we're doing a 7-day forecast. So, what's going on, Scorpio? Let's take a look. Ten of Swords is your overall energy, and the Ace of Swords here. King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles here. I'm smiling and laughing because of the last video. I just shit. Y'all must some of y'all must think I'm sweet. Shit. How y'all doing? All right, Scorpio. Very interesting here. You already know what you need to do, Scorpio. You already have the answer with things here. It's very interesting with the Ten of Swords being your overall energy here for you for the week. I see you changing something up here, or changing your approach to something, and I'm going to explain more here in a moment. But yeah, let's keep pulling these cards here. You have the Devil card, Ace of Pentacles, Outcome, the Fool card here. I mean, I've been seeing this the pattern here for this week, or the last 7 days, or the next 7 days. I apologize. That there's a lot of aces coming out. So there's these newer things beginning for all of us, I feel, not just with like particular signs, but as a collective. Anything newer, a newer idea, or sort of like a newer thought, or maybe a newer idea that you have, some sort of innovation possibly, I will do it. You know, I think it's gonna require patience, right? And it's gonna require you to have to really take a practical approach to things and have a practical intellect toward things when you're involved with whatever this is, because the Knight of Pentacles is here in the future. But the Fool card being here in the Outcome, it's almost like a pure sense of liberation. It's like a renewal sort of energy here. It's almost like you've been looking for that edginess, I get, like the passionate edginess in something. And I think you're finding that here this week in the Outcome. Now, how long that lasts, I don't know. But I do get here with this Fool card, it is going to feel like a liberation. And I think there's a lot of possibilities as well where this could go, or how things could happen, right? Whatever it is, the Devil card being here in the position of something that you're unaware of here. Be sure to balance the practical and the spiritual here, Scorpio. I'm just going to keep it real with you, because you may be really focused on material things, right? You got Mars, Mercury in the 10th house. I mean, you're full of sorry, not your 10th house. Whoops. You have the Sun and Venus retrograde in your 10th house. So I mean, you're full of ambition still, even when you got the Sun transiting a 10th house. Things are about career. You got Venus there. Things are about money. Things are about figuring out ways to make money, or figuring out financial things, building financial value for yourself. A lot of that is the focus here. And also you got Mars and Mercury in the 11th house. So there's this desire and need and the sensation to want to increase your income. It's just astrology, like literally. Because the 11th house does deal with revenue, right? And the revenue that we have to be able to use in the society, our contribution to society, or how we get out and get involved in society, how society benefits us, right? So, but it's interesting. Any new ideas that you have, do them. Ace of Pentacles is your advice. Any new seeds that you want to plant, do them. The King of Pentacles being in the challenge here, I think it's time. I think it's time here, Scorpio, to start to tweak things and make things better, right? I'm not, for some of you, this like literally starting like newer endeavors, right? Others of you, this may just be the same thing that you always do, but maybe it's about perfecting your skills. Maybe it's about trying newer ideas that you have, experimenting, right? Venus is retrograde. I always say, like, I think of Venus retrograde as like a time to experiment, because it's almost like we feel not really satisfied a lot of the times when Venus goes retrograde, especially in Leo. So, but yeah, I think that Ten of Swords is nothing to fear. I just think it's like a newer idea is arising. I think you're breaking out of the hamster wheel cycle of something in particular that you've been doing or feeling or sensing in your life. And you're starting to kind of find that passionate edge again in the Outcome. Look what's at the bottom. You have this second house, and it says owning, and the second house is about finances or resources, possessions, money, all that stuff. Yeah, this Grand Cross Provoker here. Woo! The pressure. Sometimes Scorpios need that pressure. That's always sometimes the only way for a Scorpio to move is if like there's an immense amount of pressure. It's almost like subconsciously I'm not a Scorpio, I have Scorpio moon and Scorpio rising, but it's almost like subconsciously people with Scorpio energy, it's almost like we kind of do it to ourselves. Like we want to have something to like defy, right? And so sometimes we'll do things subconsciously to like give us that, even though we could be struggling or things could be intense. It's like a weird thing to where it's like it's almost like we need that intensity. So, but I think with this Grand Cross Provoker here, some of you, there could be a Grand Cross going on in your chart right now. So, you know, I would look at that. But I think overall, you know, they say pressure creates diamonds, right, Scorpio? So sometimes a lot of, you know, diamonds ain't created overnight. It takes a while. You know what I mean? And that's the Knight of Pentacles. But yeah, you'd be all right. You have a personal issue reaches resolution here. So any type of personal issues or personal issue that you're dealing with here, I think you'll be letting that go. You know, I think for some of you, like there just may be like this lack of emotional fulfillment in certain things, and you maybe not feeling as motivated, right? Or, you know, there's just something that needs to be addressed. It feels like something more personal to me. Let's pull the last bit of Oracle cards here. You have this Crystal Quartz. It says focus here. Some of you could literally be working with Crystal Quartz. Maybe Crystal Quartz is a good crystal for you. But this is like, this card says focus, but it's about intention, right? Like what's your intention, right? And setting new intentions, but not just setting an intention. It's like focusing on the intention. What I mean by that is like, let's just say, you know, the new moon's coming up and you're like, you know what, on this new moon, I want to manifest this, right? Like I want to manifest this. So you write it down. That's one thing to set the intention, but it's another thing to focus in on the intention, right? Every day, right? When that new seed gets planted on the new moon, and by the time the full moon comes, it's like you can see how your intention turned out, right? You can see how things manifested. You get what I'm saying? So I think, you know, the universe may be wanting you to focus, right? I think your mind's been kind of going like one thing to another, to this, to that, to this, to that. And the Knight of Pentacles is, you know, let's stay grounded with our intellect and focused. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, I was looking for this. Did that one girl come back in here? Probably not. Probably not. You have this creativity card, and this is the sacral chakra. Told you. Maybe it's the sacral energy. It's like the sense of inspiration, creativity that kind of needs to be. Again, it's like the edgy passion, right? Because Scorpio, you pretty much rule the sacral, right? Let's say Cancer also does as well, but people. I mean, you can even associate Pluto with the root, but you know, I think Scorpio is very much so the sacral and the solar plexus. So I guess you can throw in root too, but creativity. Some of you have a creative block, but I think you're getting that back. I really see you're getting that back. All right. Anything that you're trying to get back into the routine of, I see you getting back into the routine of as well. Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the challenge. All right, let me go ahead and block Danny. No, I'm joking. I don't really care. It's just like, I don't know. It's just interesting, right? Because the moon's starting to square Venus, right? And the moon's on Uranus right now. So, like, Moon-Venus squares is like, I don't like this. I'm going to throw a fit. Leo Taurus. I'm a crybaby. All right, let me stop. I asked for sour Skittles. You got me regular Skittles. Oh, shit. I'm gonna let everybody know. All right. Yeah, the Lovers here and the Ten of Swords for the overall energy. Clarify this Ace of Swords. The Justice card here. I think it's important for you to, like when it comes to decision making, making better decisions, Scorpio. Not that you're making bad decisions, but I think it's about making balanced decisions, right? And the way you're thinking and stuff like that too. Because it's interesting with the Lovers and the Ten of Swords. For some of you, it's like some of you are like on the very newness of the Wambulance. That's hilarious. I'm gonna start saying that. Some of you are like on the cusp of like getting back into, I don't want to say like you're finding a new passion. That's not what it is. It's more so it's like you're finding the passion again in something, right? Some of you, if it's been missing, then I think this is you starting to kind of try newer things to see if you can kind of like get that back or get kind of tap into that again. Does that make sense? If this is in regards to a love thing with the Lovers, the one thing I'll say is I think it's important to just be honest, be truthful, be authentic. Yeah, but I'm really not picking up that it's love. It's just not. It's just not. King of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups is your challenge here. Yeah, I think a lot of you have, like when it comes to work things, career things, your projects are just really just the lifestyle that you're trying to live, like especially like your overall quality of life here. Some of you, it's like you haven't really been listening to. I won't hear me out. I'm not to say you haven't been listening, but Eight of Cups. I'm gonna give you an example, a powerful example here about what the Eight of Cups can symbolize, especially because it's Saturn and Pisces, and we have Saturn and Pisces right now. The Eight of Cups can symbolize somebody who wanted their whole life to be an artist and a singer or whatever the case might be, or a pro athlete. I don't know. You name it, right? But instead, they were told to go to college, so they went to college. They were told like, oh, there's a lot of money in accounting, right? And so they went and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna pursue accounting because I know it's gonna pay me well and it'll be able to secure things, right? But meanwhile, you're not fulfilled. You're missing the passion. You don't feel connected spiritually, and the Eight of Cups will show up, and the Saturn and Pisces energy is here to tell you and to show you where have you been numbing yourself out in regards to some sort of well, I would just say this: where have you been numbing yourself out? Where have you been not really listening to like your intuition and your soul? Where like it's been trying to tell you to go this way, but you went that way, right? Because maybe you did it for material reason, I don't know, or maybe it's like maybe it just once was a value of before, or it was valuable before, and you found fulfillment in it, but now it's like you don't. And the Eight of Cups is like you got to let go and go out into the unknown and trust your intuition and trust where you're feeling led to. Oh, I feel you. Bored. I think a lot of people have been bored. Shit. Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles in the future position here. Yeah, for some of you, if you've been kind of inconsistent with things, I see you getting back to being very consistent. Knight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Also, Knight of Pentacles in the future is a reminder as well that it is going to take patience for things to develop. But I feel if you stay consistent and be persistent, you will start to make leeway. Clarify this Devil card here in the position of something that you're unaware of. Let's see. Nine of Pentacles. King of Swords, Five of Pentacles. I think you need to try some of you, I think it's about trying newer things, manifesting newer things or creating newer things, especially like Luck said, if you're bored or you're not feeling in alignment, maybe it's just about, kind of switching up your routine or switching things up to find other avenues to fulfill you, especially with this sacral chakra here, to give you that sense of pleasure and joy. Two of Swords is here on the Ace of Pentacles for your advice. Some of you is just about kind of taking a break for yourself and kind of, you know, getting back to living a balanced lifestyle and trying other things, doing other things. Others of you, it's about going back and forth in your mind and making a decision about what you want to do next. Page of Wands in the Fool card. I told you, Scorpio, there's the passion and the edginess, and I feel like there's something here that is definitely giving you that deep sense of satisfaction and the outcome to pursue here. So if there's been like a lack of pleasure, a lack of joy when it comes to the creative involvement in something that you've been doing, you can expect that to come back. And for some of you, I would say this, because love is now showing itself. If you're single, be ready to mingle. Be ready to mingle, Scorpio. Like, be ready to mingle, because, you know, it could happen at any moment. And for others of you, if you're already in a relationship, maybe there's just kind of been the, you know, complacency or something, or just routine. You know, maybe, again, I think the edgy passion was missing. I think it's coming back. So anyways, that's what I got for you, Scorpio. I'm going to go ahead and do Sagittarius next. If y'all want to watch it, be sure to click on that. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link is down below in the description. I would love to do a personal read if you want one. They've been a lot of fun, and now I will be able to actually kind of get them out a lot more quicker. I had a long list before, but I pretty much have narrowed it all down. That sale really brought a lot of people in. But if you want a personal reading, be sure to book it now. And